Hey guys! So in today's video, I'm going to be going over knowledge topics and energy. So knowledge topics are, you probably saw them in the tutorial, but they kind of skipped over them pretty quickly and didn't tell us too much about what they are. So if you press H, you bring up your knowledge. And if I just back here a few times, I can get back all the way to the main knowledge. So as you can see, there are 9 different types of knowledge in BDO. Now, each of these categories has several different subcategories, as you can just see. You open topography, and then all the way down into a far different subcategory. And many of these subcategories will give you energy for completing the category or for completing part of the category. So the various different topics are character, which is just the people of Black Desert; topography, which is the places of Black Desert, nodes, and various other places; sea, which is the places of Black Desert that are out in the ocean, so the various islands, and also the different seas themselves; ecology, which is basically anything you can kill. So if you can kill it, it's probably ecology: plants, animals, and of course monsters; adventure journals, which are collections of sort of random knowledge from various places, such as Velia. Completing them will yield a fairly large amount of energy, so you'll want to do these, but you're probably going to need to follow along with a guide, or at least look them up on BDO Codex to figure out exactly where to go for each different thing of energy. So go back out of the adventure journals. Academics, which is stuff you find from bookshelves, basically knowledge about the lore of Black Desert. And then the ones that don't really matter too much, which are life skill, learning the ropes of Black Desert, and trade. They don't matter too much because they don't have energy for completing them. For example, if you complete certificates in life skill or cooking, you will not get energy for completing these knowledge topics. It's the exact same with trade, learning the ropes, and life skill. So in order of the easiest ones to do are probably character, topography, and ecology, because all three of these are fairly simple to complete. You just open up your adventure journal, or your knowledge topic rather, and you look at what you need for a remaining thing. So if I'm doing character here, and I'm doing the people of Dragon, then I've already completed the residents of Dragon. This is one of the ones where you don't actually need to complete all of them. But say I want to complete these three. Well, the character in front of me, Hoberin, is one of these people. So talk to him. Spectrum of your knowledge is growing. I now know about Hoberin, and I'm done. And just before I started the video, when I came up here, I also got knowledge on the Windy Peak. So during this video, I'm actually going to be doing a knowledge topic, and that knowledge topic is topography, Dragon autonomous region. So I just got the Windy Peak, which means all I've got left are the Gaiac Guard Post, the Morning Fog Post, and the Duvengrun Farmland. So in order to figure out where everything is, you could trial and error and just kind of run around. For topography, a neat little trick is if you click a node that you aren't connected to and don't have a node you can connect to, and press previous nodes, it will show you the various different places you can go to get that node. For example, if I click on the lumber camp here, it'll take me to the Gurvish Mountains. If I click on the Primal Guard Post here, it'll try to take me to the Hexstone Wall. And if I click on Windy Peak, you can see that it's taking me somewhere that I do not currently have. Now, I will go there. However, before I do that, I would like to speak to a guy called... I already spoke to him. So I would like to speak to a guy called Yak. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where Yak is. So what I did was I opened up BDO Codex here. I searched up Yak. I just F11 that. Searched him up, and it says that he is over here. Now, unfortunately, BDO Codex, it's pretty hard to tell exactly where you are, but I'm currently here. This is where the Windy Peak is, which means I've just got to go southwest until I reach that. Now then, because I'm going southwest to reach that, I might as well just head south first and grab this knowledge topic. So why are knowledge topics and energy important? Well, energy is important because energy allows you to perform actions such as gathering. In fact, gathering is probably the main action energy is required for, but energy is also required for completing certain knowledge topics, as certain pieces of knowledge are obtained from characters by talking to them and then giving them energy so that they will give you some knowledge. There's also random items that you have to give energy to get knowledge. And there's just a bunch of different stuff that energy is used for. But the main thing energy is used for in your day-to-day basis in Black Desert is gathering. Gathering is a great life skill. It earns you tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of silver per hour, depending on how much you invest in it. And so the more energy you have, the more gathering you can do, and the more money you can make without having to refill your energy. So for completing knowledge topics is pretty important in order to get more energy. The second thing that knowledge topics allows you to do is right here, the knowledge ecology effect. So when you're doing ecology, so when you're killing stuff pretty much, you will have a letter grade, and these letter grades actually perform different things. A C letter grade is the minimum amount of knowledge required in order to see a monster's health bar. If you do not have knowledge of the monster, you don't have at least C rank knowledge, you will not be able to see its health bar. All you will see is the monster's health, and it'll start off in sort of, I think it's like a reddish, and it'll slowly change colors as it goes down in health until it starts flashing, and then it finally dies. So here you see I've arrived at the morning fog post. Spectrum of my knowledge is growing. Discover a new area. Talk to Potaro up here. And just like that, I've gained knowledge of Potaro as well. So I wanted to go see Yak. So currently I'm at the morning fog post, which is around here. So I need to go roughly southwest. Somewhere around here, I think. Southwest. And it's near a bridge too, which helps you narrow it down. So I want to say it's like over here somewhere. But first, we can go find the Duvenkroon farm manager, because he should have the knowledge. Oh, and you can see I'm now one away from the Shirkan Mine Road garrison from cleaning the Soldiers of Dragon energy topic. So I just go find this guy, and I will have another energy from that. But for now, let's focus on the one we're trying to do, which is the Dragon Autonomous Region. So all I've got left are the Gaiac Guard Post and the Duvenkroon Farmland. Duvenkroon Farmland, I'm assuming I will get the knowledge of when I talk to the Duvenkroon Farmland Farmland Manager. And here you can actually see that for some bits of knowledge, they actually appear on the map as these sort of squares with a question mark inside them. If you see that, that is a bit of knowledge you do not have. They appear for a bunch of different things. For example, the High Priestess of the Fountain of Origin is over here. If I go way up to the north to sea, you can see there's various different fish that I don't have knowledge of, such as octopus. These are barterers that I don't have knowledge of. And there's just a bunch of different stuff. Nendium Island, Open Island. So you can kind of see on your minimap, or your map rather, and that should be able to kickstart your energy topics if you're in an area you've never been to before, because you'll see a ton of little silver question marks that will allow you to figure stuff out. So if I chat with her, you can see she will give me the knowledge of Duvenkroon Farmland. There you go, chat with her. And now all that is left is the final one, which is the Gaiac Guard Post, which should be to the west. I go look at Yak again. You can see I'm right here. So it's mostly west and a little bit south. So mostly west, a little bit south. Should hopefully subway over here. Anyways, yeah, so energy topics, they're fairly easy to bang out for the most part. There are some, however, that are a bit more complicated. Adventure journals are probably the best example of this. Like if I go to the Eastern Balanced Adventure Journal here, you can see that it gives you hints. For example, this one says, can be obtained through quest for level 41 and higher. Alfredo, the Army of Velia, seems to be full of concern. Help him get rid of his worries. So if you go to Alfredo, you get a quest from him, and complete that quest should give you the knowledge, or something on that quest will give you the knowledge required for this bit of knowledge. And then there's also some that are Amity Quests. And Amity Quests are when you have to play the Amity minigame with someone, where you go, you start a conversation with them, you play that little minigame, and then on the bottom left of their chat wheel, you can see what is unlocked at certain levels of Amity. If you see a quest symbol, that means that they have a quest, and you have to get that Amity level in order to accept that quest from them. And so that's what I had to do for one of the earlier adventure journals in Velia. I believe the first adventure journal. There were quite a few that I had to gain Amity with people, and then use that Amity to get a quest, complete the quest, and get the knowledge through there. Some of them also just require Amity in order to give you the knowledge off the bat. They're not going to just give you the knowledge. You do need to work for the knowledge. So in order to match up with the codex, the other easy way to do this is you just go to, there you go, Dragon Autonomous Region. I got my extra energy. I'm at 3 of 4 instead of 3 of 3. Spectrum of my knowledge is growing. I've discovered the Gaiac altar. And you can also see what I mean here with the little silver question mark, which shows me where Yak is. So talk to him, gain knowledge of Yak, or Yak, however you say that. And just like that, I've completed another knowledge topic, gain more energy. So they're fairly easy to do. You can probably bang a bunch out. Early on in the game, I would aim for about 200 energy. 200 isn't a lot of energy, but it will take you a couple days of doing various knowledge topics to get. It's pretty easy to do knowledge topics, at least for the first bits, because a lot of knowledge topics you can actually get sort of partial points for. Let's see. People of Calpheon is one of them. Yeah, so here you can see Citizens of Calpheon. I've got 1 out of 3 energy. And that's because I'm not finished with them. I've actually still got 2 people left. But once you unlock a certain number of people, or a bunch of different people, specific people depending on the knowledge topic, it'll give you a bit of energy. And then once you finish it, it will give you the rest of the energy for that topic. So I just need to talk to the Slum Gang boss and the Slum Protest leader, and I will gain 2 more energy from the Citizens of Calpheon. So early game, yeah, aim for about 200. That should let you gather for about 20, 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how good you are at gathering. And eventually try to push on to about 300 if you want to do gathering as a main thing. If you're really good, you can actually push beyond 500. There are people above like 550 energy. I think the max right now is just over 600. But reasonable amounts, 200 early game, mid game try to convert about 300. And once you actually start focusing on them, it shouldn't be too hard to push above 400 after a week or two of just pounding down adventure journals, ecology, and various other stuff. Ecology can be kind of frustrating to do just because ecology is the one where it's kind of random. Each different monster has a different chance of dropping knowledge. So I go to the codex here. And for example, search up stone crab. Stoneback crab. So there's a bunch of different crabs here. If I click on him, knowledge drop chance, 10%. And there are ways to increase your knowledge drop chance for ecology. So the easiest ways are certain pets. Any bird pet will have an intrinsic chance to gain knowledge and higher grade knowledge effect as its intrinsic effect. Cats, for example, have life skill. Birds have chance to gain knowledge. So chance to gain knowledge plus 10% means that 10% becomes an 11% chance. And chance to gain higher grade knowledge means if I get a C rank knowledge after killing something, I then have a slightly higher percent chance with the bird out to get higher grade knowledge if I keep killing those things. The other way is if you equip glasses, that increases your chance to gain knowledge by 50%, so that 10% on that crab would become 15%. And then if you equip an earring, so if I go to the cash shop here, if you equip an earring, that increases your chance to gain higher grade knowledge by 5%. So anyways, those are knowledge topics and energy. Hopefully this video is helpful, and yeah. As always guys, thanks for watching the video, subscribe if you liked it, and comment below if there's anything else you'd like to know about energy that I didn't address, or knowledge topics that I didn't address in this video. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.